Detectives in Jefferson County worked tirelessly for months to solve a murder case. They already have their suspect, but there's a problem.
Right, there's still no body in this case. In a WIAT special report, Jamie Ostroff takes a closer look at the case and the family's plea for closure.
Well, you're about to see pictures of Paula Worcester, and she was last seen in person by her family late last spring. Now, normally something like this would be handled as a missing persons case, but this time, detectives are convinced this is a murder.
Detective Shane Williams has been working a murder case since July. He's gathered his evidence.
We've had multiple leads, chased them all down.
He says the suspect is in prison, yet
It still keeps me up at night.
that's because he says the victim is still missing.
Are you looking for a person or are you looking for a body?
I'm looking for a body at this point, I believe.
That body belongs to Paula Worcester. According to Williams, she was 41 years old when she was last seen at her home on June 18th, 2014.
It hurts, it really does.
Peyton Poe and her sister Eden Abercrombie lived there with Paula and their father, Joey Poe. Poe was Paula's common-law husband and the last person to see her.
I believe that Joey Poe is responsible for the death of Paula Worcester.
Paula's sister Victoria remembers when the two started dating more than a decade ago.
I didn't like him whenever I first met him. And she asked me, she said, "What do you think about him?" I said, "I think he's the devil."
Was there a history of abuse there?
There was. Absolutely.
He drug her down the road with him on the inside of the truck and her on the outside. And she came and saw me right after that happened, and she had asphalt burns all over her. I asked her, "Why do you keep dealing with somebody that's trying to kill you? That's not love. That's not love."
Victoria said her sister was a different person with Joey.
Paula was very much a giver, but the last few years of her life, she was very much a taker.
She even stopped working.
And there were situations where I would catch Paula going through our things.
And by June, we're told Paula and Joey couldn't pay the bills.
The last time I talked to her was on the 16th. And she got a check over at my house, and I knew that she needed the money. And I had to call his phone to get in touch with her.
Victoria told Joey she'd leave the check in her mailbox. By the following evening, it had been picked up. It would be another 2 weeks before Victoria knew something was wrong when she got a visit from her nephew, Paula's son.
He goes, "Aunt Vicki, my mom ain't here." And I said, "No, son, why?" He said, "Because Joey said that he dropped her off over here 2 weeks ago." And I said, "That's a lie. There's something wrong."
Victoria reported Paula missing to the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office on July 4th. 4 days later, detectives went to question Joey, but instead of an interview, they got a high-speed chase in a stolen truck.
Had no reason to run from us. All we were doing was looking for him to ask him a question. To me, that's a guilty conscience.
Since that night, the only trace of Paula to be seen would come in the form of documents bearing her personal information, strewn on the side of the road about 1.5 miles from her home. Joey Poe is now serving a 2-year prison sentence on charges all tied to the chase. He's scheduled for release on July 6, 2016. Before that date, Williams would like to see him charged with capital murder. While much of the evidence against Joey is circumstantial, perhaps the most disturbing case against him can be made by his own daughters.
Do you think Joey is responsible? Actually, I do.
To Eden, he has confessed.
He went into details, and when he told me what he did, the look in his eye, it was just like pure evil. The way he said it, it was just evil.
Joey never confessed to investigators, but Williams still says he has a strong enough case against him. While finding Paula's body would make that case even stronger, Williams says it's not about that.
I don't need Paula's body to make the case that I need to make. I need her for the family. That's the only reason it still keeps me up at night.
We just want closure. We want to find her.
Now, we have been in contact with the Alabama Department of Corrections. They are working on granting us an interview with Joey Poe so we can get his side of the story. Jamie Ostroff, WIAT 42 News, coverage you can count on.